In this video, I'm going to be showing you a ton of different tricks you can do with your Dragon's Rising parts. Let's get straight into it. Sora is definitely one of the best on the ninja team. I mean, she literally has a bond with Ryu and she's, well, just better. Sora's new armor piece is like ZX armor, but it's not ZX armor, simply because studs can't fit in it. So for this armor piece, we're going to take a white knife and put it in the armor. And then we're going to actually take a Lego clip part and put it on the knife. After that, you can make a simple war machine gun by adding some sort of thing that looks like a gun on it. Now this fits Sora because she's like a tech master doll. So here's how Sora looks with the gun on her back, and you could actually do more than this if you want. You can use a cone part or a modified brick. Now instead of using a modified brick with just one stud on the side, let's use a modified brick with two studs on the side. This way we can accommodate more weapons, so we do have it with two studs on the side right now, and then you can add maybe that modified brick with one stud on the side, and then add a little gun part, a cone part that looks like a gun, and it works well. But why don't we use a modified brick with a ton of studs on the side? Now for this, you could just put a ton of different things on here. You could put another gun of your choice, as well as more guns, and then have Sora destroy all of her competition. And instead of a knife, you could always use a sword. And unlike a katana, a knife is actually retired. They're in like every Ninjago set to exist. So like the video if you have one. And so this is how it looks with the katana on. Don't worry, Sora fans, we still do have another trick for Sora. So for this trick for Sora, we do have the same trick as we did before, but instead of having one knife, we have two knives in the back. However, for this trick, we won't be adding guns to the knives, we're going to be adding wings. And so to make these wings, it's really simple. All you have to do is have two clips and a wing part. After that, you can just simply go ahead and attach it to your minifigure. But before we get to that, not everyone has a wing part, so you can actually go ahead and use a plate and a clip of some sort. But here's how it's supposed to look. Now, this is a pretty nifty gadget for Sora because she only has a bike and a mech. And I mean, if this counts as a jet, it's a jet, but it's not canonically, so this wing gadget will be helpful. Now, Ryu and Sora have a bond in the show. And LEGO made a Comic-Con exclusive of Ryu during his power-up form for $3.5 thousand. Now, as much as I love Ryu, I don't have that kind of money. So I decided to make my own Ryu. First, I started out by 3D printing an identical Ryu in dark blue. After looking at old existing pictures, I drew the prints I saw on the dragon, printed them out, and then used tacky glue to glue my prints on the figure, leaving me with this. So here we have both Ryus and Sora, one being the original Ryu, the other being the powered up Ryu that Sora uses. And honestly, I think my Ryu is pretty decent because, you know, it's still blue and everything, but the prints are a little bit off. You can see that there was a bit of white there, and, you know, it just looks really dirty compared to the other Ryu. It's not as clean, so I do have to sand it down. Tell me what you think about it in the comments below. Here's a picture with a little bit more natural lighting. We can see Ryu and Sora, and you can sort of see Ryu a little bit better, but yeah. So we still have more Sora content. Now, before Sora adopted her Coral Racer jumpsuit, she lived as a child in the Imperium, and one of her biggest regrets happens to be,
how about a hard light animal? And a fish is only the beginning.
the Photak, which is the thing that tried to kill them. And LEGO has already created this in the wrong color, but still they've created this. Now it does also have a base form which I wanted to build in this video. Building the Photak is really simple. You just have to get modified brick and then put a bunch of golden studs around it, and well, you've got a Photak. And it looks pretty cool in the Sora minifigure. If you want an easier way to hold this piece, it's best to add a handle to it. However, what if you want to rest your things down? If you have 8 of these parts, you can easily make a chair out of them. Now it's a little sitting stool to place your Sora minifigure, or you can place other things such as her Photak. At the start of Dragon's Rising, Lloyd became a master and found Aaron and Sora to train them. However, in the show, he actually has Wu's staff in his back. In the actual piece, does not suggest that you can put the staff on Lloyd's back. So to make this mod, we're going to be doing the same thing as we did before with Sora and her guns. We're actually going to be taking that same knife piece, and if you don't have it, you can use a katana. And then after that, take these like little clip parts, place it onto the knife, and then you can add the staff on there. Maybe not the best looking, but it does its job in what I believe is the simplest way possible. So now if Sora's feeling lazy, Lloyd's got the stick. I'm not the type of guy who likes to mod his pieces, like I had to go ahead and 3D print a whole Ryu. Unless it's something like katanas, which I have a ridiculous amount of. And so I decided to go ahead and color a katana with a pen. Now, it's always a good idea to make sure to let the pen ink dry for a few days before you put it on a minifigure so the ink doesn't get on the figure. But here we can actually see it doesn't look that bad. In fact, it looks kind of decent. It's kind of cool to see the black on the side. And yeah. Anyway, that's really it for this video. Make sure to hit that like button if you're part of the katana gang. Bye.